that suicide is 100% preventable and that we all need to be part of it. Suicide is 90% of suicide occurs in people who have a diagnosable psychiatric illness. So mental illness and mental health is an inescapable part of suicide. So we need to be able to talk about mental health, and we need to talk about suicide. And the three messages this year are the 3 C's. We need to connect with anyone who you think might even be thinking about suicide. That you see the signs, there are warning signs like a change in behavior, isolation, not joining in groups anymore, or talking about it, obviously, but maybe talking in more general terms about being unhappy or not very positive about the future. So connect. The next C is to communicate. You need to listen. So you need to communicate. So the opportunity, once somebody has confided in you, cannot be avoided. You take a big breath and you listen. And then finally, after communicate, you need to care. So you need to care. Everybody needs to care about suicide. All suicide is 100% preventable. So the target is 0 suicide. In Gibraltar, the prevalence is 1 or 2 a year recorded suicide. So it's very, very small. But it's every suicide affects at least 6 people very badly. So we need to care for people who've suffered the loss of someone through suicide. But above all, we need to talk about it, talk about suicide, talk about prevention, and communicate and care about anyone in our radar who we can help. Not just professionals, but everyone, you and me, everyone needs to help.
So what are the major factors that can lead to suicide that need to be tackled in order to prevent it?
Obviously, mental illness is the universal ingredient, but there are lots of factors. Obviously, there's loss. It could be loss, financial loss. It could be a relationship loss. But there's never one reason. It's always a whole bunch of reasons. I mean, even very young children can talk about suicide. I mean, we never had a child, but it can happen, and we do have suicide. We do have to teach about suicide prevention in schools. Not just teachers and social workers, but the pupils themselves need to hear about it. And we have a very good Childline service in Gibraltar. We're very lucky. We've got a helpline. It would be wonderful if we had an adult helpline. There are websites that you can contact. Clubhouse is very interested in suicide prevention. We've been gathering information. We want to press on with government for an initiative to try and reach out to prevent crisis and suicide and deterioration in the community.
What groups are particularly at risk? You've highlighted young people, and I understand that men are also particularly affected.
I think among the young it's probably more female, but the typical suicide is a middle-aged man with depression and an alcohol or drug problem who's living alone, divorced, and he's lost his job. If you give him all those factors, they are all at high risk. Impulsive behavior. The signs of suicide are changes in behavior, social isolation, talking about gloomy things, and maybe not sleeping, sleep disturbance, either sleeping too much or not sleeping at all. That's a very dangerous sign. Giving away precious things. You might give away something that you never want to part with. That's a very bad sign. And these are all the warning signs that we need to approach that person and connect, communicate and care for that person.
We've spoken about what you should do if someone that you know is feeling suicidal, but what should you do if you are having these thoughts?
Well, this is where we need a helpline, but just talk to someone. People feel they're alone, are already feeling sad and isolated in themselves, in their depression or in the dark place that they're at, and you just need to realize that one person cares about you and is thinking about you, and if that person then brings to your attention how many other people, so we build up a team that can help you. The whole community in Gibraltar cares if one person dies in an unexplained or unexpected way. So it's not difficult to communicate, and you only need to make one touch. So talk about it. It's one of the logos of World Mental Health Day as well. Talk about it.